Here are 3 things that you can do to help prevent miscommunication. You ever say something and the other person just hears something completely different? You want to be on the same page, but you're accidentally in totally different books. Well, miscommunication brings a lot of stress, and it makes small issues feel way bigger. And then most of the time, we're really not trying to hurt each other. We're just not hearing each other clearly. So how do you fix that? Well, try communicating how the person best hears something, not how you best hear something. For example, the word sure. That might be an enthusiastic yes for you, sure. But a hesitant, if I have to, for them, sure. If you want to avoid miscommunication, this is a really helpful tip, but it's really tricky to start doing. So here are 3 things that have helped me a ton. Number 1, listen first, speak second. This helps you make sure you're both talking about the same thing or issue. See, a lot of time we're not listening to understand somebody. We're just waiting for our turn to talk. But if you slow down and you actually really try to get what the other person's saying, it changes everything. The person feels heard and you catch stuff you would have missed. You can avoid a lot of the, well, that's not what I meant, spiral. The half-brother of Jesus said it this way: be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. And that line alone could save a ton of arguments. The second thing, be humble and think about the other person's perspective first. We usually walk into a conversation thinking about how we feel, what we meant, how they misunderstood us. But what if we flipped that? What if we asked, how did they hear that? How do they interpret that word? There's this verse in Philippians that says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or pride, but in humility, value others above yourselves. Humility in this context, it isn't thinking that what you say isn't important. It's about valuing how the other person sees what you said. It's saying, let me try to understand how you hear this before I defend my intent of what I said. That mindset shift can totally change the tone of a conversation. Which, speaking of which, number 3 is your tone says just as much as your words say. You can say the right thing the wrong way and still cause lots of damage. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it that makes the difference. An early follower of Jesus, Paul, put it like this: let your conversation be gracious and attractive so that you will have the right response for everyone. If your tone is sharp or cold, people might get hurt or think that you mean something that you really didn't mean. And it might be easy to write that off as the other person, they just didn't hear you correctly. But if you're tired of getting misunderstood, you have to consider your tone. And if you're not sure how you come across, talk to some close friends or loved ones. And don't just ask how they hear your tone. Ask them to consider how someone else might hear your tone. Well, those are 3 things that you can do to help communicate in a way that the other person can hear and prevent misunderstandings.